Hello guys, this is Brandon here. We're out in the woods, as you can see. We're having a great day today, but I just thought, this is the perfect spot and place. I'm sitting like inside a hut. Isn't that cool, guys? Like, this is made by forest beings, guys. So I just wanted to let you guys know about my encounter story since we just hit 200 subscribers. I think we're sitting at 223 if I'm not mistaken. I haven't checked in like a couple hours or whatnot. But I just want to let you guys know about my encounter stories, my first-hand experiences with these beings, that a lot of people don't believe in. So my first one started out last year in October. I went camping with a couple of my co-workers. If you guys catch me in the live stream, I'm always talking about my boss that always gives me shit, sorry about my language, about forest beings because he doesn't believe in them. He's a total aper and doesn't think anything past it, right? So we're going camping. It's really dark out. Like, I'd say it's like 8 o'clock. Set up the tents. My buddy, he brought a 10-man tent, and it's just the three of us trying to figure out how to set this up because it didn't come with instructions or any of that. So it was just really time consuming, And then I'm usually the one that always brings most of the stuff, so I forgot my lighter in my car, so I just started walking to my car, right? So imagine me walking, or just trying to set an image in your guys' head. So imagine me walking. It's late, it's dark. At each campsite they have a 50-gallon drum barrel, like an oil barrel, or sometimes people make fire pits out of them. Just trying to give you guys a good idea. So I'm walking and I'm staring at this barrel, right? And there's this big old round-headed thing, right, with big old eyes. And we're having a staring contest. This probably goes on for like 30 seconds, a good solid 30 seconds. And then I just say to myself, let me just grab my lighter, all like random. Like, I'm one of those people that's really curious about things and would want to go see whatever that is, or whatever that is, So I get my lighter and I kind of close the door. I look back, I just start like slowly running back to the campsite because I didn't know what it was, guys. Like, I wish to this day I have that the whole experience just stuck in my brain. It's just there. That's how I know it's real, So that was my first experience. Second experience is at the same spot. This is down towards San Diego. I don't give away locations, and no one should ever give away locations. So it's down towards San Diego, same location. We're going camping with the same co-workers, and we camped one day and it was the next day and it was kind of rainy. I didn't care, I had a jacket. I just said, let me just go bomb up this hill real quick and just see what there is. This was my first encounter with nests that you guys have seen multiple times, different kinds. I think we've seen 4 or 3 different kinds. I really need to do a follow-up video of this place. Sorry, this is all raw, so sorry if I stutter or any of that. So we're going up this hill, straight up. It's wet, it's raining, it's nasty, it's just like miserable, right? So I run into my first nest. I'm like, what is that? Like, what can make that, And then it was kind of small. It's like about 4 foot. No, it's like 3 foot tall. Okay. Then we come up on one that was like 6 feet tall by 10 feet long, right? And I only saw one side of it at first, and I really got a weird vibe just staring at it. I actually sent Mark, Colorado Bigfoot, these pictures. It was a long time ago. I'm sure he doesn't remember, but it's just kind of funny. So we climb up to the top. We get to the top, and we're like, all right, let's get back to camp. So we're coming down, and we get to the opposite end of that giant 10-foot long nest, right? And I'm saying to myself, yeah, we're in San Diego. Like, I forgot where I was, or I was zapped or something, right? So I take maybe 5 steps down, and I look back towards the nest, and you picture this, guys. Person with a hoodie, because on some of these nests there's like head holes, so just think of like a head hole or someone wearing a hoodie. And apparently my face went white when I saw this thing. So let me describe it. So it was like the blackest face you can think of, like the blackest material out there on the planet. You guys can Google it. It's like super black, right? Like no light penetrates through it. or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying, but you get the image, right? So just picture a black face in a head hole, right? I couldn't see the eyes, but all I saw was like his teeth, and they were like the whitest teeth on the planet. And I was like, don't look at it, with the person I was with. I was like, don't look at it, for whatever reason. And they didn't look at it, and we just went down the hill and went about our merry way, you know? So that was really, really strange. And my phone was on 5%. I didn't record any of it. How funny, right? So along with those, right, that's like 2 experiences. 2? Not like that, 2. There's been times where I walk into a spot and it looks completely different from, you know, like this kind of stuff. I know this is probably Sasquatch, but I'm like, no one's for sure, but this is really cool stuff, guys. Sorry to get off track. There'll be times where you're walking and you just have this overwhelming feeling of like dread, and just like you're just nervous. It's just a nervous feeling, and sometimes you're covered in flies like the whole time. They're all over your hands, and like going in your eyes and stuff, or, you know, like they're just everywhere around you. They don't go away until you leave that area. That's like one of these areas that I'm about to tell you guys about. So I believe it's like a Dogman area. Brian, you caught some great stills from there, like the man in the hat sitting in a tree just staring at me, you know. I'm gonna say it's a ghoul just watching me on my last time there. I'll try to post a picture of that for you guys. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was, but again, that place, the first time I actually went there, it's actually on video. There's this stump, right? And I'm not sure if I spooked it, but it spooked me. And you guys can see, I'm like, oh, okay. Like I'm holding the camera at this stump, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you about what this was. So I could see its eyes inside the stump, right? Like this little black creature thing. It's not Sasquatch, it's a being of the forest. That's all I can tell you. I went to a psychic recently and she said it was called a guardian. She didn't say they were good or bad, so you know, take your pick. I kind of got scared at first, and then I went about what I was doing and came back, and I was talking to myself in my head like, you could do it, just sit next to it and like try to talk to it, you know. So that's what I did. I had the camera off because that's disrespectful. Just had it on the side, and just started talking about like the world to this thing, like what's going on and how I think it's like really corrupt, you know. That's just my opinion. Don't take any offense to that. And of course it wasn't like talking back to me, but a couple things to note. Sometimes I would have my head turned away and then I'd look back, and this one time he tried to put his hand or whatever it was out. It was like this. All I could see were like the tops of whatever it was, his hand or whatever, and then it kind of went back in, and then he like shook this little part of the little X that's right there on the stump and disappeared. And I would like looked in the hole. I was like, he wasn't there anymore. Craziest thing. I'll even post a picture of the still Gail got of this little weird being. No offense, but he's creepy. My last experience actually happened a couple weeks ago. Checked out a new spot. It was my second time being there. I go up underneath this rock, like a whole like little chill spot, and it has a window, and I'm zooming out of it, and I actually caught some forest beings on that zoom. I've had that still on a couple videos now, a couple recent ones. I'm sure you guys remember, like peeks out from the tree. Well, I come out from underneath those rocks, have the camera off, of course. It always happens with the camera off, because it's like they know, and I believe they really do know, you know. So I was upwind from this being. I believe this was the Sasquatch, right? and I'm holding my camera down, and I get to the ridge line, and I just stop, and my body goes numb. I just see this brown thing move so fast, so loud, and goes around this corner and just stops. And what's really funny about this is that Mark just posted a video talking about how he'll see these things running, and if it was a deer, you keep hearing the deer off in the distance, you know, because they hop and they hop, you know, like Bambi. But this thing just went crash, 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 and just stopped. Like, all the noise just stopped. And I didn't even go that way for some reason. Like, pretty sure his buddies that I saw earlier were, like, you know, interfering with my, like, thinking and whatnot, like zapping me, you know. So but like I said, I don't know what it was. Definitely not a deer, but whatever it was, huge, light colored, cinnamon brown. My eyes could not register what it was because it was moving so fast, but it was just so loud, guys. And I just went on with my videos, you know. So it was really cool. And everything happens when I'm alone and when the camera's off. So just want to let you guys know this is a 200 subscriber special type thing. You know, who can say they can just like chill by a hut made by forest beings, you know. So just thought that was really cool. Hope everyone's having a great weekend, and I can't wait to see what other growth comes to this channel, because it's just growing, and I just can't believe it. Like, never in a million years would I thought I'd be doing this kind of thing, you know. So yeah, thank you.
Perfect.